Postponed. 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 Can 2020 just be over, please? What's going on, everybody? Roszko here, we are back. Today's video, I wish I had some good news to talk about. I just don't. And now, according to Yeezy Mafia, it looks like the Yeezy 350 V3 has been removed from the fall and winter lineup. This was a shoe that we have been excited about here on my channel. We talked about it so much. I mean, we made videos on early samples of what could have been the 350 V3, and to see that it was scheduled to be coming out this fall and winter, and now they decided to pull it, and now it's looking like it's gonna be coming out in 2021. What? It just sucks, man. Damn, that sucks. I mean, we have a name of the first colorway. It's called colorway, which I'm looking at now. It's like a mineral rock. It looks dope. I mean, if this was going to be the colorway, I can only imagine what it looked like. Purple, has some royal blue hues in there, a little bit of gold speckles. I hope there's a picture of the sample that gets leaked out in the near future, because I'm curious to see what this one could have looked like. Now we're gonna have to wait till 2021. Now, I made early videos and we talked about this shoe because I know that this is going to be a big shoe for Yeezy. I mean, look at the 350 V2 and how much success that sneaker has. I feel like in the near future, like 10 years down the road, we're gonna be looking at the 350 V2 as a game changer, as like an instant classic sneaker in the sneaker industry. You know, look at it. I mean, I think I saw an article in 2019 that said that the top 5 gross selling sneakers of the entire year, the 350 V2 was on that list. As far as the masses, it's one of their biggest, most popular shoes. To have a full upgrade, a change, a buffer, a more modern version of the shoe, it was gonna be big. It's big news to talk about. And now that we have to wait till 2021, it's just like, it's such a bummer, man. Possibly, I think maybe Ye probably saw the colorway and he's just not sure on it yet. Maybe they have to go back to the drawing board and change some things, which, if that's the case, smart. Don't force it. You know, don't force it. If it's not ready, don't put it out. Or, you know, everything's getting pushed back. You know, shoes are getting postponed, delayed. They also maybe didn't want to just sort of jam it in there in November and December, because it looks like the 380 kind of want that shoe to have all the spotlight in this upcoming fall and winter, because they have a ton of colorways planned on the 380s. They have 2 glow in the darks. They have the Onyx that's going to be dropping on Black Friday. So if they dropped the 350 V3, that would take all the spotlight from the 380. I mean, I would be like, screw the 380s, I'm gonna be copping the 350 V3. It's gonna be all over the sneaker blogs. This 350 V2 always goes through a cycle, if you notice. Turtle Doves, Pirate Blacks, Oxford Tans, and Moon Rocks. Like, look at those shoes now. Those shoes look like fake Yeezys. How the 350 V2 has evolved so much. You know, and they go through these transitions where, you know, at one point they put the Supply 350 in red, and then they went over to zebra stripes. We got the Statics with the translucent stripe, and now since 2018 to 2020, it's been the same. It's been very stagnant. It just feels like it's that time. I'm not saying, you know, if you're just getting into the Yeezy game, like the 350 V2 is awful. No, it's a great place to start. It's a great first Yeezy to get into. I mean, it's a great shoe. It's a classic. I just want a more fresher update of the shoe, and I think it's time. One of them I'll put here on the screen. They called it the 350 V3 Low Medieval. You can clearly see that it's just a 380. Because if you guys remember, the 380 was going to be called the 350 V3, but they decided against that. It was a great idea, because the 380s look nothing like the 350 V2. So that was perfect, but this early sample of Medieval was going to be called the 350 V3. And they play around with so many samples. You know, when they do sample shoes, they make hundreds of versions of them. That 350 V3 Low Medieval, that was her early sample, but if you looked at it, it's clearly just a 380 sample. And then it was this one. I say it's probably the closest we've seen so far to a 350 V3. And it's this runner. A lot of people hated it when I made this video. I saw the comments, people hated against it, but you can't go by that. When it comes to new shoes, everyone hates it at first, and then they change their mind, or, oh, it's growing on me. It happens all the time. But what I liked about it is that it evolved in a sense where the sole was more curved, of a more athletic feel to it, which I liked. I definitely liked. It makes it a little bit more comfortable. I mean, the 380s are extremely comfortable, but the ribs are back. The ribs are iconic on the sole. I mean, that's really, really cool. And then instead of doing the translucent stripe, they took the stripe off and they put that hard plastic on top of the shoe, which kind of makes like the sneaker have this appearance, and that the water was on the shoe. And again, if you look at it, it's in this 3-stripe wave all the way down to the toe box. Like it kind of like spirals down, which I thought was so cool and so different. But then I don't know what happened. Like they just don't want to go with it. And this was a confirmed sample of a 350 V3. They now, I've heard that this was just more of like a 350 V2.5, but this could have been it, and I would have been okay with it. I would have been okay with it. I think this shoe's dope. And then to just change up the patterns of the shoe, as far as the base prime knit, they can play around with the colors, but leave that plastic on top of it. This shoe will never see the light of day. That's the end of it. That's what happens with Yeezy samples. They make them, they stuff them in a box, and it never sees the light of day. That was the last we've seen or heard of a 350 V3 until this Yeezy Mafia post. Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny where he took the sole and he threw a rock on top of it, which was the Covalite. That was gonna be the name of the shoe. So he took the mineral, threw it on top of the sole. I guess this is the sole. This is the sole of the 350 V3. It could be an early sample, and I guarantee you it's probably gonna change. This looks like it was gonna be the 350 V3 sole. And it has the ribs, it all curves in, which is pretty cool, but look at the tread. They're definitely doing more of a rugged tread on the bottom. That's all we get to look at. This is what we gotta look at for the rest of the year. Like, really? I wish I had better news to talk about. I wish we had a full image, release date, everything. We get the hype build up, start talking about it, but nope, not today. The 350 V3 has been removed from the fall and winter lineup. I'm thinking 2021, honestly. And it looks like if this shoe has been pushed back and removed, I'm thinking 450. Don't get your hopes up for that 450 to be releasing, I'll tell you that. My guess, the 450 is probably gonna get pulled and pushed to 2021. But guys, let me know what you think of the 350 V3. And also, I wanna hear too, you know, we've seen the runner, we've seen the medieval low. I wanna hear from you, what do you want to see on the 350 V3? Do you want it to be a high? Do you want it to be a super low or mid? I mean, because we have seen early samples of them playing around with that. What do you wanna see an updated version of the 350 V2? But that is my video / rant for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and smash that like button for me and subscribe to the channel. And like always, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.